Alright guys, I'm here for another video. And I got this, and I got some notes. I was meditating. I got use divination to trap you and take spiritual gifts. Okay? And then left with another lover. This person left you with another lover. Or it just left with another lover. Okay? Or you left with another lover, take as it takes. And then we got emotionally abandoned relationship. They emotionally abandoned the relationship. And then they're crying over spilt milk. So let's find out why they're crying over spilt milk. And hang on 1 second. I'm gonna get my love cards out. Okay, here we go again. Alright, guys. I want to use those. Alright, guys. I'm going to pause this a second because I had my other cards. I'm just going to pause this while I grab my Love Oracle card. Alright, guys. I got them. I got my Love Oracle. These are my mixed ones. They got different flower ones. I even forgot what these were. But let's find out who's crying over spilt milk and why. I'm going to use these. I'm going to use these to clarify these. And I got these. I really like this one. They're such gliding and nice. This is the Terra. We're going to do this crying over spilt milk. Let's find out who's crying over spilt milk. This is like real sexy. I like the way these glide. Who's crying over spilt milk? Okay, this one's literally coming out. These two are coming out. Alright, we got someone. We got a King of Cups in reverse here. This is somebody, usually King of Cups leads in love. This is someone that leads without his heart. We got a King of Cups here, someone that's leading without their heart. That has been laid to rest. That has been laid to rest. A King of Cups has been laid to rest. Why? Why has a King of Cups been laid to rest? Tell the Spirit why. Okay. Literally this fell over here. Alright, hang on 1 second. Okay. We got the World. Alright. A cycle has ended, and somebody is a master alchemizer and a manifester that manifested and put an end to the cycle. That is why they're crying over spilt milk. Thank you, Spirit. That is why they are crying over spilt milk. These are sexy cards, y'all. Alright, give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. Now now we know why they're crying over spilt milk. I like that tarot deck. That's nice. Now that I have shit memorized. Now that I got stuff memorized, yeah. Alright, tell us more. Alright, I'm gonna divide this in two here. And shuffle this out. Alright, we got this that fell out. We got obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. There's an obsession to something. I want to say sex. This person has a sex addiction. A sex addiction. It's at the table. Alright. Alright, now these literally flew out, as you see. Alright, we got hammer. We got sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, and repairing. They want to repair the relationship. After somebody successfully took out a cycle. And then we got cut down. We got cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, and silent treatment. Somebody is literally getting cut down. Cut out, cut down. Somebody ended a cycle. Alright, tell us more, Spirit. Alright, let's see what else pops out here. Alright, okay, this one's sticking out. We got beauty. And this is charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. Somebody is kind-hearted and beautiful. Maybe, I'm sure, maybe it's you. Could be you, collective. Maybe you are the beautiful one. Maybe. And then we got bitterness, resentful, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. Maybe there's a lot of hurtful words in here and you were nice, and that comes right after that. Tell us more. Tell us more. Okay, this one wants to come flying out. Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew and growth, change mind, rise from the ashes. Somebody did this. And that's why they're crying over spilled milk. Alright. Alright, now. Well, we got that clarification. Alright, now we are going to answer the next one. We're going to go one at a time. When I get my new desk, this will be much better, guys. But maybe this is better doing this one at a time, honestly. Maybe it is. Maybe it's better just getting all this clarified one at a time. Maybe that's how this energy went. Alright. Now we got emotionally abandoned. They emotionally abandoned the relationship. There's an emotional abandonment here, okay? Yeah, these are real nice. They do glide nice, these cards. I do like these, how they glide. Okay. 6 of Wands. Somebody's victorious here. They got a victory. Somebody emotionally abandoned the relation and got a victory. Why is there a victory, Spirit? Okay, we got this flipped over. And this flipped over. Okay, there was a celebration to the 5 of the Cups. Okay. Alright. Somebody was in the 5 of Cups. There was a victory. Damn. Okay. So somebody was victorious with collaboration to somebody regretting leaving the past behind. Somebody was left in the 5 of Cups and people were celebrating and had a victory over it. Well, damn. Tell us more. Okay, this literally popped out this way. We will take it. We will take it, collective. We will take it. I got too many cards around me. I'll be so glad to have a desk, y'all. Okay, we got the moon. Illusions. We got illusions here from this victory. And we got the Hermit to the 6 of Cups, to the 7 of Wands, to the 5 of Swords. Alright, what the heck? Hang on now here. Pretty sure this 5 of Swords, I'm going to make sure I have it. You know, anybody listens to me, I'm trying to memorize all of this. Okay, 5 of Swords. Okay, I want to make sure I know this one. Oh, victory and winning. 5 of Swords. It's a conflict and a hollow victory. Alright, we got a hollow victory over here. Alright, there's a celebration but a hollow victory. And then 7 of Wands is resilience. There's a lot of resilience here. And then we have nostalgia. That's 6 of Cups. Nostalgia. There's someone just looking there and they went into hermit mode. They went into self, you know, introspection to heal. The hermit mode. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm gonna just go ahead and shuffle this out and then find out what happened with these Love Oracle cards. These are specifically Love Oracle cards because it's love readings. Alright, I'm going to take the bottom of this time and then here and see what comes out. Alright, tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. So, okay, we got Cloudy Judgment. Illusions, unbalanced, and distorted. Cloudy Judgment. So, yeah, somebody just judged too quickly. Alright, this one came out, all this fell on top of it, so there was hidden stuff here. So we got silence and conflicted. We got conflicted silence. So alright, under this here, we got decisions hot and cold when there was multiple choices, okay? So this person was dating multiple people. Okay? And then there was frozen, no word, stonewall. They didn't say nothing. They just left you in silence. It said they gotta go. And then we got this, or maybe they just came and got their stuff. We got beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. Somebody went out with new beginnings. They went out with a new beginning, so they started a new relationship, a new cycle. You closed a cycle. You closed a cycle. Alright, let's see what else we got here coming. Alright, we got foundation, established, family, and security. Okay, you had a foundation established and they left. And that's what happened with that card. So, I'll put that up in this pile. In this pile here. Here. And then we're going to clarify the next one. This person left with another lover, okay? They left out with another lover. They left you and just left with another lover. No explanation. Just said bye. Bye, Felicia. And that was it. Alright, I'm just shuffling these before I get these out so I can get a new read on what else happened in this energy. Alright. Okay, they're leaving with another lover. Okay. So what is going on? Okay, what happened? Why did they leave with another lover? Okay, this one literally is poking out everywhere. 6 of Wands. They thought they had a victory with this other lover. Alright, what else? Tell us what else when they left out with this other lover. Alright, this one went way out in the end, guys. Here, we'll do this again. Why did they leave out the other lover? I don't want y'all to think I'm cheating. Alright, we're going to take these way at the end. Okay. That is what wanted to come out. This is why they left you with the other, left with another lover. Alright. Alright. Okay, there was a Queen of Swords. Is the other lover. Somebody that ran with materialism and a strong hand. That was told under they had Wheel of Fortune for them, a good destiny, but they were under delusion. And that's 7 of Cups. It was all an illusion. Alright, and then we have... Alright, I'm still going through these for that question, what they emptied out of me. Okay. And this person offered an Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity for them. That was on their end. And you are represented by the star, and there's boobies and stuff here. You are the star. You're actually a star seed in this energy, so we're going to put that there. And then we have you walked away from this situation. The star walked away guarded. You're guarded from this entire thing because you're done. You guarded yourself. Okay. You guarded yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, why did this situation happen? Let's clarify, help me clarify this with these Love Oracle cards, Spirit. What happened? Okay, these literally fell in my lap, so we'll go with these. Abandoned, left out, walked out, left you in the cold. That's why you're guarded. In abundance, positive mindset, manifest gratitude and bliss and blessings. Okay? They abandoned you and you were left, but left you in abundance. Doesn't seem like a bad thing. And this ended that situation. Coffin. This is the death card in here. You got new beginnings, liberation. You're reborn and transitioned into something. And it was a tragic ending, but you got abundance now. I don't know. It seems like that guy or that girl did you a favor. Honestly. And then we have foundation. Now you have an established family security. Maybe you went ahead and bought a house. Or got a new place to live that was pretty decent and you're doing pretty good in life, maybe. Maybe you're doing pretty good. And now we got clock. Someone needs time. Cycles and it's needing time with the cycle and takes time to heal and progressing. Alright, there's a clock that someone's running against because you've healed. The star healed themselves. That's it. The star healed themselves. I mean, maybe I feel you're a healer anyways. You got this healing energy about you. Then boundaries, no drawing the line enough. Boundaries, no. And then it says, no, drawing the line enough. Okay, you drew the line with this. They don't have nothing to say now. You shut them down, collective. Yes, you did. You shut them down. Okay. This is, when I bought this deck and didn't have everything fully memorized, it was the one deck I didn't like. Now that I understand it, I love it. Maybe it's a part of this energy. We got use divination to trap you and take your spiritual gifts. Maybe when things went bad, they got with one of these people that is what they call in the esoteric community, the kitchen witch. They like to always talk about the kitchen witches. Kitchen witches. Everybody always wants to talk about the kitchen witch. They do for real. Alright. Alright. Let's get down to these. Alright, tell us about this divination. Tell us about the divination, Spirit. Tell us. Tell us, tell us, tell us. Okay. All of these fell sideways, so that is our cards for the divination. That is how I'm doing this, because I don't got room like I would like. Alright. Okay, we got 8 of Wands, King of Wands, Temperance. Alright, this talks about limitations, the 8 of Swords. You worked hard, 8 of Pentacles at something, okay? We got hard work. They worked hard. You worked hard at something. Felt like it's a project or something. And then we got 8 of Swords in reverse. You took yourself out of that limitation mindset. They wanted you to feel limited and tied down, but you don't. You use temperance on this whole situation. Because you're like the starseed energy, okay? Alright, now we have now we got a Queen of Wands in reverse. So we got somebody that gets a lot of attention, that's immature and deceptive in the energy. I feel like this is your kitchen witch or your kitchen warlock. And then we got a King of Wands here. This could be your person, this King of Wands. Or they all could be the same person. I feel like there's multiple people in this energy, guys. Alright, but there's a King of Wands here, and this is somebody upright that wants a lot of attention, and people give a lot of attention to. And then we have this Queen of Swords here that wants... There's someone in here that is very by the rules, and that puts down there and puts limitations on people, but goes by the rules, but they're fair. Alright. Alright, and then we got a Two of Wands. There was a plan that was made in this divination scheme. They planned this. Alright. I feel they wanted to try to open up a cycle again for like a destiny swap. Because here I'm looking at these cards. I'm looking at them, y'all. We got the Moon here. The Moon. And then we got 8 of Wands. Something's going quick with the Moon revealing secrets. The Moon energy over there is delivering secrets. And we got this Knight of Cups energy right here. For like a love scam, someone that tries to come back to try to finish the job to get you into the sacrificial energy. And we got this where you're already the star, but you got this Magician energy. You got the Magician energy, and then here's more of this World card here. The cycle's closed. They couldn't get you to unclose the cycle. So they were kind of left in all kinds of crap. They were left in all kinds of crap because their ritual cannot go through for this destiny swap. That's what I'm getting. Alright, let's see what's going on. Tell us how far they went for this. Whoever you are that survived this, keep going forward and do not look back at these people. Alright, we got these two cards that spit out. Oh my god, you got the Chong card. Oh my god, you are so lucky. You got emotional storm. You've been through turmoils, unstable, and you're affected. You were affected by an emotional storm. That is what the card's saying. This says loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. You got loyalty. You got the Chong the dog card. Oh my god. Now you have loyalty. You're surrounded by loyal people. Don't look back at these horrible people. Don't look back at the horrible people. And one card came in. Distance. You got separation, space, and you have a blockage from these people. There's blocks. I don't feel any. There's a nothing. You're getting abundance and everything else. And then it says apologies right at the end of this. Forgiveness, return, sorry. You might be getting an apology, but you know, look what all you've gained. You gained a Chong. And you went through an emotional storm. I would let this go. But that is your reading. I'm going to put you survive the emotional storm. This is going to be what this is. I was just in meditation, and this is what came to my head with these cards. And I'm going to put you survive the emotional storm because you have collective. And you're wonderful. And I wish you all the luck. And maybe one day I'll see you on YouTube. I don't know. And, oh my God. I'm sorry. I had a thing that just popped up with all my weather. Alright, you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed your reading, and leave your comments, like, and subscribe.